From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Jaguars.
Now they try the right side here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. And the Jaguars.
They'll drop the throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down, Jacksonville.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 3 yards out. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Josh Lambo.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
And they go play action now. Burrow. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll give it to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Trey Burton there to make the grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now left side on the swing pass. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Another carry for the running back.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
That leads to second and goal.
The quick slant caught, and they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it, and he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3, and the Bengals are going to get the football back.
It's a turnover on down.
Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
10 yards on the pickup.
They go play action with Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
These two teams all tied after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. 2nd and 11 now. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 16 yards, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw on 2nd down, Lucas. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Another Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, Lucas. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now a handoff looking right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Lucas throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff here to his running back. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there. 83 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Lambo on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Lucas. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
The quarterback.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Lucas over the middle, complete. It's Black. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. 74 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
It's a pickup of 3.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll move the chains.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Dobbs firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Pass.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Back to throw, Dobbs. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Number 38.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Dobbs pass.
7 on the set. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dobbs. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. This one caught by Davis. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down, Jaguars.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings
From the
up
gun, Dobbs. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Dobbs. And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Lambo to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lucas. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Good. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Brings up second.
On play action, it's Dobbs. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 15.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
On the carry, it's Wilkins. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Dobbs. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Dobbs. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Dobbs, and he hits the tight end. It's Davis. Dobbs. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bengals set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. 1-yard line. Operating from the gun, Lucas. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. At the 25-yard line. From the gun, Lucas. He'll buy some time right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. For a Cincinnati Bengals.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So, from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lucas looking for his running back, and he's got him. Lucas's pass. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. From the gun, Lucas. And that'll be incomplete. Lucas took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Third down and 3 yards to go.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Complete to number
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Dobbs. And he whips that one incomplete there. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
3rd down and 4 yards to go.
From the gun, Dobbs. And he comes back with one complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings
To throw is Dobbs. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Dobbs, and finding Davis here, the tight end. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun on third down, Lucas. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted by the Jaguars.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll run on first down. Wilkins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 18-yard line. Gone an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
It's a gain of 7.
From the gun, Dobbs. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Joshua Dobbs keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Lambo on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 quarters have come and gone, and that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun, Lucas. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw, Lucas. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, Lucas. He'll find Lindsey here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Operating from the gun, Lucas forced out to his left. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, Lucas. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 4th down, Lucas into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, 20, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Jacksonville.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And certainly this not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Throwing after the interception. Lucas got his man complete over the middle. It's Lindsey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30.
2nd and 1. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 2 yards.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Lucas. Flood under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Taken down and sacked.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop the